In this video, we are looking at a sole trader, Frank Jennings. He has approached you to prepare his personal tax return. He left his job in a supermarket in June 24 to set up his business as a joiner in July. He has a P45 to June showing gross wages of 5625 and tax paid of 49650. As a joiner, he invoiced 26,000 in the rest of 24-25 tax year. He initially bought equipment of £3,000 and a van for £10,000. He made work purchases of £4,500, mainly for a kitchen. His expenses were motor £350, travel £400, phone £360, and software £240. He also has interest income of £450. So prepare his tax calculation in Excel and on HyperTax to match. So to keep the video short, I've already prepared the personal tax calculation. We've got the turnover of 26,000, the purchases of 4,500, and these other expenses giving a net profit of 2150. For capital allowances, he's taking annual investment allowance, so claiming the full 13,000 for the van and the equipment. So he ends up with a profit after capital allowances of 7,150. He's got his PAYE income of 5625, his interest income of 450, leaving him with a total income of 13,225. Knock off the personal allowance, 12,570, giving him taxable income of 655. Of course, the tax on the interest is nil because the first 1,000 is tax-free in this case. And so he's just got 20% tax on his £205 remaining income. So that is £41 of tax to pay, but he's already paid £496.50. So he's due a refund of £456. Lucky Frank. Now we have those details, we can move to HyperTax. So let's sign in. And we're going to add a new client, individual, reference number, UTR, NI number, and let's put his name in, Mr. Frank Jennings, male, 0101 1988, UK, 1 Wish Street. That's Birmingham, B12 4EG. So we're in. Let's set up the tax return. So we're doing 24-25. Save that. And now go to the data section. So we're going to start off with the self-employment. Description of business, he's a joiner. The date the business started, we'll go with 01/07/24. Date the book's finished, let's go to 31st of March 2025. And the turnover was 26,000. We've got some purchases, remember 4,500. We've got some motor expenses, car travel. I've summed that up here, 750. And then we've got this computer and office expense, which is here, phone, stationery and other, and that was £600. And then capital allowances. So here we're going to take annual investment allowance and put the whole 13,000 through. So that gets us to the 7150, which is our number there. That's great. So now we've got to put the rest of the numbers in. We've got the employment here. So the employer was Tesco. Let's put in a PAYE reference, and his pay was 5625. And what was his tax that he paid? I've got it down here. It was 496.50. 496.50. Save that. Oh, it's rounding it, we'll go 497 because you can round up with tax. Then we have the interest income, and that was £450. We'll just call it bank. Here, and we'll go 450. Save that. Now, just to show you, you can go back to the summary page here, which shows you the 3 types of income, and you can go into these sections and you can make any changes you might need. But at this stage, we're going to the tax calculation. And we can see we've got the employment income, 5625, self-employment 7150, interest of 450, total taxable income of 655. Going back to our calculation there, yeah, that's the 655. And then, yeah, just like in our calculation, they've got the savings at the starting rate, no tax to pay, and then the rest of the income, 205 at the 20% rate, so £41 to pay, less the 497, employment tax already paid, giving us a repayment due of 456. So let's just check back, and we had 456, so that looks good. So the last thing now, just want to show you that at the moment we just go down to the repayment due, but we have this button here, the plus button, that's going to extend the report so you've got more information when you send the return to the client. So it actually gives you information on the employment income, his self-employment details here, you can see the purchases and the car expenses and the annual investment allowance, taking you down to the 7150 taxable profit for the business, and there's the interest income. So let's save this down. So I'm going to put it into my file. I'll save it here, Frank Jennings, and then it's all ready for review. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you got something out of it, and hopefully you can see how quickly HyperTax is to use. And feel free to watch any more of our videos.